Hi, welcome back to the channel, TrainStation 2. Alright, give you a progress update of 4th competitions. You know what? That's worse than the previous competitor. I got a new tough competitor on board, and he goes by the name of a player slash number. So neither did I expect him to be that tough. But I think the only saving grace is that probably he may be in a different region, because I felt that there are certain times whereby he's not working. So there may be a good chance that I may be able to overtake him eventually. Given that when I do this video, he's still working, probably at a different time zone, but probably my early days are early morning in the day, and he's probably late. So when he's asleep, I'll be working, and hopefully when this competition ends on tomorrow, probably we will be able to have him sleeping when it ends at about 8 p.m. Singapore time. So because I do notice at that time he wasn't really working that much, couple of hours before that, so there's a good chance. What worries me is really Mopsky, which is the player that has very close. Currently he's 5th at 577, while I managed to climb to the top spot after working my heads off. The qualities are being asked after 100% is really horrific. Had I not been careless, I wouldn't, i.e. didn't click on that last job, I may be able to speed forward faster. So if you haven't completed 100%, I urge you just rely on 2 customers rather than working on the 3. Yes, it may be tempting to collect the last job, because normally they'll give you a lot of EPs, but nonetheless I think it's really tough ahead. Alright, now I'm checking on my competitors. You can see here. Alright, this is good, 1.5 plus. So number 4, I gotta watch out. This, of course, I gotta watch out. This guy is really good. This one, not too concerned. Initially was doing quite well. Now I think he drops in rank, so it doesn't really concern me. So what's really concerning me right now is still the one that is very close by, hot on heels, the one that I won in the second competition by a mere 11th EPs away. So in this competition itself, yes, he has proven himself again to be very competitive, and not only him, I mean, he's always close by. There's another player that's very competitive either. So again, I suspect most of us would have hit 100% already, because progress has been slow for everybody. However, I do suspect that 1 or 2 of them may not have hit 100%. So they managed to climb really fast, while we all have heaps and heaps of quantities of items to prepare. They seems to be able to do it faster. So I'm always trying my best to clinch on the top spot, but again, time and again, I'm human after all. We all need sleep. So while sleeping and awake later, we just got a shock of our life, right? So that's always the case, and probably they're working very hard, trying to, you can see there, 347, that player seems to be able to catch up really fast. So more importantly, I think you must be consistent, and of course, if you have some gems to spare, engage an additional dispatcher. That would help. If you have 100 gems to spare, then you should engage for a week, because for me, I only get a small quantity each time, saving video by video, and of course through those rewards, managed to get like 10 gems times 2 after watching a video. That will be 20, and then got 5 gems from those 5 video watched sometimes as and when I play the game. So managed to get 25, and then spend on the dispatcher, and then now slowly accumulating again, having 5 gems right now. So you can see 347 is moving really fast. Given that he's a string of numbers, I can't really remember. I'm just going to call him 347. So player 347 seems to be really aggressive and competitive, and at the same time really fast. And the EPs that he has got for the last one was really huge. I'm hoping this may be his last, which means that given the fact that he has jumped so much in terms of EP, I suspect that would be his last job before 100%. Then he will be hit with the same surprise that all of us has, i.e. a huge quantity request. If that's the case, I may still be able to secure the first place, hopefully. I really need this first place because I'm waiting for my Samurai Legendary train. But again, a lot of things depends on luck. Sometimes also, I mean, if whether have we been really active in the game. I mean, constant active in the game is a must before we could do anything else. I mean, if you are not constant on the game, regardless how you plan, how you do, it's not possible. This game really needs a lot of consistency and attention. It's really draining sometimes, given the fact that we got to lock in almost every hour just to do something, and certain times when we lock in, we do need to basically spend a couple of minutes. Some people actually has shared that they do spend something like a burst of 7 minutes preparation before they go on delivering, so they call it the 7 minutes practice. So I don't know, maybe it's just a terminology, but it is ideal. I mean, yes, in other words, regardless what they call it, 7 minutes or whatever, it's not important. But what I'm going to share is really you got to do those collections of your raw materials so that you can keep your factory running, regardless of how many minutes you spend before you send off your trains again, because you do not let your trains wait in the depot doing nothing. So here we are having 806 from player 347 and Mosky is 712. Something not really concern me is his company value. So I always look at company value. You can Mosky is 16 plus, whereas 347 is 110. That shows how competent a player is. In this situation, Mopsky has a better chance of getting better ranks. Angus likewise has the same, almost the same as mine. I can see there. Both of us are national company 3, whereas Mopsky is much higher. This initially was leading, but eventually fall down the ranks. This is definitely not a concern at all. So there are other players. Let's check the last one. Okay, so that's how you look at. You see the last one. Alright, so this is nothing really big concern. You can take a look at the maybe sometimes they sit out and they're not playing, but nonetheless some players are indeed concerned if they're very high company value. So this is one way to observe your competitors before you embark in any competition. Alright, this player will be a highest risk actually, that worries most, but luckily he's sitting out and didn't really play much, so that's really great news. Otherwise I think all of us will be in deep trouble. Actually number 13 there is to have the highest risk among this group of people. So of course now knowing how to view the profile by just clicking on the name, I hope you do the same. So there's always a saying in Chinese proverb, what you do is in Sun Tzu Art of War, basically you should know your enemy well in order to win battles. So it's always good to check on your enemies, basically your competitors in the group, then you can do better, because you should know who to watch out for. Of course, you ask me, what can you do to defend them? Of course, it's a constant hard work to basically a lot of planning. I must say this game is about logistical planning. So you should plan well by collecting all the raw materials, even though, for example, we will have basically collected those materials to make paper, but nonetheless it's no harm collecting more. At the same time, it's always important you should collect those gold, because there's a need for constant upgrades of your train capacity. Of course you do see that, alright, it's just one capacity, what can it do? But sometimes you'll be surprised that that one capacity can save you an hour. I have experienced personally some of the trains delivery. I just missed by last one, which means that had my train capacity got by one increase, I would have finished that I do not need to waste an hour. So I believe you have experienced somewhat like that, but let me urge you really to be constantly upgrading your trains. They are really important. Yes, be it in your current region, if you're thinking that, oh, I'm going to move to the next region soon, so I'm not going to upgrade my current trains. That's not correct, because most competition require the current region and the previous region. And something else to share with you is that when you upgrade your trains, you get headquarter points. Like I mentioned earlier, headquarter points is a progression in your headquarters, and then at the same time, winning could also give you headquarter points. That's why I was checking on the headquarter points, the company value of the competitors, because that's also a measurement how many firsts or how many top 3 placing they have got, because top 3 placing would have a points at headquarters. I think the rest doesn't have it, so it just show how competent the aggressive the competitors is. Okay, so for me, trying to get really near to 347. I'll continue to work hard. I am coming towards the end of this video. I wish you good luck in the 4th competition, and I need really lots of them. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe.